Up next, First Resonance. Please welcome Ron Close.
Hey guys, good morning, almost good afternoon. My name is Ron Close. I'm the Vice President of Marketing at First Resonance. I have the privilege of presenting on behalf of First Resonance and our CEO, who was unexpectedly extended in jury duty this week. So he's off doing his civic duty, but I get the pleasure of joining you today. So at First Resonance, we're humbled and privileged and proud to be part of the conversation on the future of manufacturing. It's one where intelligence, technology, and advanced manufacturing, like we just saw from Billy's presentation, is going to help us build the future. So today, one of those important shifts that we feel is going to help take us forward is the concept of agentic manufacturing. So let's take a look at what that means. And let's start with the obvious. So manufacturing is under intense pressure, whether it's geopolitical, supply chain fragility, or labor shortages. The challenges are mounting. Today, we know there's 500,000 manufacturing jobs unfilled. That number is going to go to 2 million over the next 5 years. There's a lot of work to do, so why would we take on this hard task? Well, we heard this morning in the opening session that we're all in this together to build the manufacturing capacity for the country. And there's about 1.5 trillion with the T in added value from smart factories expected by the year 2030. So the rewards have never been greater to invest in this now. So our company is a startup. We're 45 people. We were founded in 2019, and we'll be located in El Segundo in the next couple of weeks. We were founded by a team of SpaceX engineers, and the engineers faced challenges head-on, building rockets under extreme conditions, where we all know precision and responsiveness are non-negotiable items. We created First Resonance to help manufacturers move faster with tools that connect the digital and physical worlds, helping enable smart decisions and sustainable innovation. We now serve over 60 advanced manufacturing companies across aerospace, clean energy, robotics, and beyond. And I have to say, our customers create the most complex, the most interesting products I've ever had the experience of working with. We're so proud to support these customers. Everything from computing in space to portable nuclear power generation. It's phenomenal what our customers are doing. So let's talk about agentic manufacturing. We see this as a shift in the application of AI. Most factories today are running on what we'll say is traditional automation. And traditional automation could be AI applied to execute fixed instructions, where you define a certain input and you know what the output's going to be, so long as nothing changes. Now, all of us know in manufacturing is messy, it's scrappy, things do change, parts run out, tools wear down. So this automation can only take us so far. And then another application of AI is the analytics. It's to take unstructured data and to create insights that you can make decisions on in your business. So those are in use, and those are fairly common today. What we're proposing is agentic manufacturing, to have agents that can not only execute a process, but can sense issues and help address those issues in real time. A simple example would be sensing a lack of components for your supply chain and automatically going through the ordering system, procurement, and making sure that those are ordered in order to keep the factory up and running. So one of the main differences that we look at in agentic manufacturing and this application of AI is that the instructions are not hard-coded, but rather they're intelligent, and the factories are no longer just executing, but in some ways starting to help the operators think. And so why does this matter? And we already talked about the pressures that we're under and the gains that we can make in terms of manufacturing environments. And if we think of space launch systems, EVs, batteries, semiconductors, there's not a lot of room for rigidity. Things change, especially when we're in new product introduction. But the benefits are already starting to be shown to be real. McKinsey is showing about 60% improvement across throughput, quality, and delivery performance when implementing agentic systems. And the responsiveness of being able to monitor the production workflow in real time And today, this is often achieved someone walking through the factory and looking for issues that they need to fix. With agentic manufacturing, we aim to replace that with automated system that checks it every 30 seconds rather than every shift. So we want to talk about the most sensitive topic, humans and machines working together. And in some ways, yes, AI is going to replace some of the repetitive task jobs, but we really see that this is helping our manufacturing professionals focus on higher leverage activities. And one of the things that I think is a really important dynamic here is with the potential shortage of labor from now until the next 5 years, growing to 2 million, we can start to mitigate this risk by taking some of those tactical, repeatable jobs and moving those into the hands of agents. So we like to think that the agentic systems aren't replacing humans, but they're amplifying them. In fact, they make manufacturing even more attractive as a profession. You know, one of the things that I think we've lost is the selection of manufacturing. You come out of school and it's not as cool as maybe being in software or doing something else. And with these technologies, we can actually build a workforce that is doing some very interesting things. And one of the exercises we took part in this last month was from a media agency, and they asked us to predict what the job titles would look like in the future with AI and agentic manufacturing. And imagine a production engineer who's managing a series of agents that are evaluating and making recommendations and even making changes within the factory floor. So the operators evolve into supervisors, innovators. AI guides us, but it also learns from us in the way we do things and helps apply that knowledge. And what does a factory look like? So an agentic factory has a few key attributes. It's fast, it's adaptive, it's resilient, and at the core, it's the collaboration of humans working with AI learning systems. So we embed enterprise large language models to deliver contextual insights and decisions, and this is where manufacturing gets the next advantage. It's not only physical, it's not only newer machines, but it's also from the cognition that gets blended in. So let's get a preview. This is not a vision, this is not theory, this is a product that we've announced 2 weeks ago. It's called Ion Intelligence, and it'll be rolled out at the end of July to a general audience. So Ion Intelligence is part of the Ion factory operating system, and it brings agentic AI into the factory. It doesn't just analyze, but actually acts on live data. And so we all know what AI is. We use it in our personal lives. I use it for marketing. And the agents are workflow extensions of simple chat interfaces that allow you to access the data in your systems autonomously or semi-autonomously and work in concert to complete tasks or projects. We're starting to see the power of these agents in other parts of life, and one thing that we're focused on at First Resonance with this product is to bring that technology to manufacturing. And again, it isn't theoretical, it's already in use. With Ion, your factory gains real-time responsiveness, and pardon a little bit commercial, but we'll tell you what the product does. The workflow agents keep production flowing. The smart escalations help get the information to the right person at the right time, and the autonomous scheduling adapts live to change. And most importantly, anyone can build the logic with our low-code agent builder. We don't need an entire R&D army to make this work. And of course, none of this matters without trust. So Ion is built with enterprise-grade security, data isolation, and strict AI guardrails. We never train on customers' data and pass it to the next customer, of course, and we ensure compliance every step of the way. We think of this as intelligence with integrity, and that's how we're designing the system, and that's how we deliver it to our customers. So what's next? So we think that factories aren't just going to work faster, they're going to think faster with the integration of agentic manufacturing. The future helps us to think about resilience, adaptability, and intelligence. It's about moving from managing machines to partnering with them. In agentic manufacturing, it's not a step change improvement. We think of it as a redefinition of how we gather information and use that information to optimize factory throughput. If we want to dive deeper, you can scan this QR code. I promise it's not a hard pitch sales marketing asset, but this is an agentic manufacturing ebook that helps explain in more detail some of the topics that I touched on in this 10 minutes. And if any of this resonates, if you're thinking about how your factory, your product, or your teams can be part of the shift, reach out to us. I'm here, our COO, Tim Gentry, is here, and we'd love to continue the conversation. So let me leave you with this thought that we're in it together. We want to help build this next industrial era, this renaissance of manufacturing with you, and it starts right now. And thank you very much for your time.